Hello, I'm Yolanda Vasquez, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. We are here in Annapolis speaking with legislators about a number of topics and bills that will be presented during the 2019 session. Joining me now is Delegate Charles Sydnor from District 44B. Delegate, always a pleasure to see you here in our studio.
Thank you, ma'am. Glad to be here.
How are things going thus far for the session? It was slow, and then it's sort of picking up now, would you say? I mean, tell me how you...
Absolutely. It's picking up. I think you have those first few weeks we have a lot of new freshman legislators who are coming in and just kind of learning what's going on. So now bills have been dropped, and slowly but surely our nights are getting longer.
Yeah. Which committees are you on?
I serve on judiciary. In fact, this year I was appointed to be a subcommittee chair of our criminal law and procedure subcommittee.
Oh, so you're definitely being very busy so
Yes,
far.
ma'am.
I want to talk about a bill that was introduced, I'm not sure where it stands right now, which has to do with arming the police force at Johns Hopkins, and you are a graduate of Johns Hopkins. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yes, I believe one of the things that I've been most concerned of is creating a non-public police force. I believe that police forces are a public function, and what Hopkins is doing is saying essentially we have no faith in the public police. From the Baltimore City Police Department, we need to learn. We need our own. My concern is, as for any private entity, the folk who are going to be working for that private entity have to answer to that private entity. They're not answering to the citizens of Baltimore. And I think that could be problematic, and it could be a slippery slope. You go down it, next thing you know, everyone around the state is going to want their own private police forces. So then you're going to have the haves and have-nots, and the haves wanting to be wanting their police forces.
So how do you deal with that?
How do you deal with it?
That's a great question. I'm sure there's going to be more on that topic coming later in the session. Let's talk about some other bills. Higher education residency requirements for Maryland residents.
Right. So I had a constituent applied to go to a local university, and because of a paperwork snafu, she was then deemed to be an out-of-state student, charged out-of-state tuition, although this young lady was born and raised in the state of Maryland, graduated from a local high school in my district, Woodlawn, but she was then charged as an out-of-state student because of the school claims paperwork.
So what would the bill do?
What the bill does is it says that if you're an in-state student and you graduated from a local high school, you automatically are assumed to be an in-state student and have access to in-state tuition.
Okay.
Very simple.
Very, very simple. It is pretty straightforward. Let's talk about House Bill 11. So our last topic is the juveniles charged as adults. You're concerned about the confidentiality of videos and photos.
Yes, ma'am. And you watch the news and you see juveniles committing crimes, and the news will then flash their faces on the screen.
Even though they may be under 18, but if they were charged as an adult, the news organizations think, oh, well, they're an adult, it's okay to show it.
Yes.
But
yes.
what happens after that typically sometimes?
So what happens, you have about 90% of these these young juveniles who have been charged wave back down to the juvenile system. And in the juvenile system, everything is confidential. So what we said is if the juvenile is arrested, there's no need to show it. There's no public safety risk or anything, and there's no reason for the public to have to see it.
Even if they're charged as adults, it doesn't matter.
Even if they're charged as an adult, it does not matter.
Delegate Charles Sydnor, always a pleasure to speak with you. And anything when it comes to the legal issues, you're definitely on it. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well. And that'll do it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Yolanda Vasquez. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you again soon.